Today is July 2nd. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, and the Daily Reflections 24 hours a day. Still trying to get used to that one. So today, we are going to build on what we started yesterday. Remember, we've circled back around to the doctor's opinion. We're going to read Roman numeral 26 today. And out of the 12 and 12, we're going to read Step 1, page 22. And of course, we're going to read the July 2nd editions of the Daily Reflections in 24 hours a day. So with that, hope you all are doing well this morning. Life is good over here. We've got a brand new set of 24 hours ahead of us. I've got a cup of coffee in hand and actually it's a Pokemon cup today. So there you go. It's a little different. Usually it's Star Wars or Turtles or Spider-Man, but today we're going with Pokemon. If you haven't already guessed, which I'm sure you probably have, I'm a big dork. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. So if you recall from yesterday's reading, William D. Silkworth, the neurologist, great physician, foundational piece in the history of Alcoholics Anonymous, he has really endorsed what has happened here with this one man that he had met and the 100 that are like him that suffer from alcoholism who now seem to have found a solution. So to get this endorsement means a lot. So we're going to build on this idea on Roman numeral 26 today. The physician who, at our request, gave us this letter has been kind enough to enlarge upon his views in another statement which follows. In this statement, he confirms what we who have suffered from alcoholic torture must believe, that the body of the alcoholic is quite as abnormal as his mind. It did not satisfy us to be told that we could not control our drinking just because we were maladjusted to life, that we were in full flight from reality, or were outright mental defectives. These things were true to some extent, in fact, to a considerable extent with some of us. But we are sure that our bodies were sickened as well. In our belief, any picture of the alcoholic which leaves out this physical factor is incomplete. The doctor's theory that we have an allergy to alcohol interests us. As laymen, our opinion as to its soundness may, of course, mean little. But as ex-problem drinkers, we can say that his explanation makes good sense. It explains many things for which we cannot otherwise account. Though we work out our solution on the spiritual as well as the altruistic plane, we favor hospitalization for the alcoholic who's very jittery or befogged. More often than not, it is imperative that a man's brain be cleared before he is approached, as he has then a better chance of understanding and accepting what we have to offer. Okay, and we are back to the 12 and 12. We're continuing our journey through Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. And we are reading page 22 today. When first challenged to admit defeat, most of us revolted. We had approached AA expecting to be taught self-confidence. Then we had been told that so far as alcohol is concerned, self-confidence was no good whatever. In fact, it was a total liability. Our sponsors declared that we were the victims of mental obsession so subtly powerful that no amount of human willpower could break it. There was, they said, no such thing as the personal conquest of this compulsion by the unaided will. Relentlessly deepening our dilemma, our sponsors pointed out our increasing sensitivity to alcohol, an allergy they called it. The tyrant alcohol wielded a double-edged sword over us. First, we were smitten by an insane urge that condemned us to go on drinking, and then by an allergy of the body that ensured that we would ultimately destroy ourselves in the process. Few indeed were those who, so assailed, had ever won through in single-handed combat. It was a statistical fact that alcoholics almost never recovered on their own resources. And this had been true, apparently, ever since man had first crushed grapes. In AA's pioneering time, none but the most desperate cases could swallow and digest this unpalatable truth. Even these last gaspers often had difficulty in realizing how hopeless they actually were. But a few did. And when these laid hold of AA's principles with all the fervor with which the drowning sees life preservers, they almost invariably got well. That is why the first edition of the book Alcoholics Anonymous, published when our membership was small, it dealt with low-bottom cases only. Many less desperate alcoholics tried AA, but did not succeed because they could not make the admission of hopelessness. This is from the Daily Reflections, July 2nd. The heart of true sobriety. We find that no one need have difficulty with the spirituality of the program. Willingness, honesty, and open-mindedness are the essentials of recovery, but these are indispensable. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 568. Am I honest enough to accept myself as I am and let this be the me that I let others see? Do I have the willingness to go to any length to do whatever is necessary to stay sober? Do I have the open-mindedness to hear what I have to hear, to think what I have to think, and feel what I have to feel? If my answer to these questions is yes, I know enough about the spirituality of the program to stay sober. If as I continue to work the 12 steps, I move on to the heart of true sobriety, serenity with myself, with others, and with God as I understand Him. This is the July 2nd entry of 24 Hours a Day. AA Thought for the Day. In the association with members of AA groups to which we belong, we have the advantage of sincere friendship and understanding of the other members who, through social and personal contact, take us away from our old haunts and environments, and help to remove in large measure the occasions of alcoholic suggestion. We find in this association sympathy and willingness on the part of most of the members to do everything in their power to help us. Do I appreciate the wonderful fellowship of AA? Meditation for the day. Except ye become as little children, ye cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. In this saying, it is urged that all who seek heaven on earth or in the hereafter should become like little children. In seeking things of the Spirit and of our faith, we should try to become childlike. Even as we grow older, the years of seeking can give us the attitude of the trusting child. Not only for its simple trust should we have the childlike spirit, but also for its joy in life, its ready laughter, its lack of criticism, and its desire to share. In Charles Dickens' story A Christmas Carol, even old Scrooge changed when he got the child spirit. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may become like a child in faith and hope. I pray that I may, like a child, be friendly and trusting. All right, great stuff here. I know we're coming up on time, so I'll make this very brief. This is the first time that we see kind of a breakdown or a little hint at the obsession of the mind to drink and the physical allergy of the body once the alcohol hits our system. And that seems like such a radical idea back then, but it makes total sense in my own life. You know, I remember days where my whole life revolved around the drink, and I kept thinking, oh man, once I get this chore done, this chore done, this chore done, then I can drink. Forget about hanging with my family. I wanted to drink. So there was the obsession of the mind. And then when I finally put the stuff in my system, all I wanted was more. And then I would make these destructive decisions while drinking, you know, and then you finally come to and you go, oh no, what did I do? Again, the obsession of the mind and the physical allergy make a ton of sense to me. But again, at the time, this was such a radical idea that was formulated by Dr. Silverworth. And we're going to find out a little bit more about that later on in tomorrow's reading. And of course, going back to the daily reflections real quick, am I honest enough to accept myself as I am and let this be the me that I let others see? You know, do I have the willingness to go to any length to do whatever is necessary to stay sober? That's what one of my friends told me one time. And of course, my answer was yes. I'll do whatever it takes, because what I was doing was not working. Do I have the open-mindedness to hear what I have to hear? I knew I had to be open-minded about the God of my understanding and new ideas, and I have to continue to be that way. And this goes into the 24 hours a day too. Just the idea that, hey, we're always learning, always growing. I kind of want to have that childlike faith, right? Where I don't have it all figured out. I can learn something new. It makes life exciting. And what was it they said yesterday? A happy and purposeful life, right? Where I can keep on learning and trying new things. That gives me great joy. It makes life a whole lot more interesting, doesn't it? But anyways, my friends, I've rambled on enough. I hope you have a great day. If you are sober today, you're a miracle. And those who love you are very proud of you. If we are given another set of 24 hours, I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.